Hello, everybody, and welcome to Comics News Today. And we're going to be talking about some really good stories, as always. And I am joined by two of my friends and two of your friends as well. We have John Dillard, who does most certainly game that system. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for having me on, Chester.
Oh no, it's always my pleasure, especially when I'm not when I have you on here. I can't be the target of your angst, so that's always nice. Uh, and of course, we have the Denali Lama with us as well.
Aloha, how's everybody doing? Except for Diller.
Except for Dillard. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's actually
Ah,
another cloudy, rainy day for me, unfortunately. Valen is in here, says, Hail Raven. Joshua reminds us that we were 3 minutes late. Is this a new record? Yeah, I think it is. And it wasn't three, it was two, sir. Just keeping in mind. But yeah, it probably is a record. We're usually dead on time, but today we had a little bit of a. Mm, I was talking too much. It's my fault. Anyway,
That's usual.
that is usual. That's true. But just keep in mind of our links down below. And we have, of course, to our fan speak page on Facebook. Go over there and be part of that and see what's going on. It's actually a lot of information for your day to day needs of what's going on in the comic book industry. You also have my links to Twitter and Facebook. And I'd love to come over. And of course, you could just say hello. But if you want to be on this show as a guest, we encourage you to do so. And you can also use those links if you want to be an artist on the fan edition Drawn and Quartered. Keep in mind that this week's Drawn Recorded Fan Edition is a little bit different because we have the Tales from Beyond the Gate crew who's going to be joining us, and they're going to be doing art from the Tales from Beyond the Gate. So it doesn't really matter what the pros do this week. We are doing something different, which is fine. And I'm thinking, John, we might want to do pinups. I think we need a little bit of cheesecake because this horror project isn't really about cheesecake. But I'm thinking we need some cheesecake for the sketchbook. What do you say?
it's true, and I think a lot of these guys and gals that have been working on this project, it could use a break from the horror and the
Hmm. That's true.
the disturbing imagery, and do something nice and pretty.
So I think we're going to have cheesecake pinup show, which is cool because as you know, the fan edition pro Drone Recorded is PG-13 plus, so we can kind of push that envelope a little bit. And of course, our project is about the same. We don't have any of the. I think our balance on that book is as much gore as you want, but we keep the other stuff more innuendo as it should be, right? We are trying to sell a product here. But I don't know. Have you ever seen anyone come out with a horror anthology that was just full on unrated?
No, I don't know. I don't think I have.
Nah, me either. It's just certain the aspects you need to kind of keep in control so that you can actually sell the book freely. And Joshua says, "Hello, brother Valen." Joshua, I think Valen is a lady. Be respectful, sir. I'm going to keep saying that till Valen hits me in the head and says, "I'm a dude. What are you doing on about it?" But no comment. So
No comment.
no comment. Yeah.
No,
Uh,
ma'am.
no, ma'am. It's ma'am. Ma'am. That dude is a meme forever, dude. I mean, unbelievable. What an idiot, right? You are nowhere near ma'am. Get a grip there, fella. Must have had a midlife crisis or something.
Yeah, that
Uh,
halter top was just bursting at the seams with muscular back.
yeah, I know. Uh, Joshua says, Chester, they should all draw Raven tomorrow. No, dude. Definitely no. Absolutely no. There might be ravens in the art because it's horror. Yes, draw ravens. Oh goodness gracious. Bill from Argos Creation says hi all. He's over here, and for some reason he's not up over here with us where she should be. Perth Comics is in here as well, and he says Veritic Comics from Danzig seemed pretty unrated. Oh, okay, there you go. And he says hi. Awesome. But yeah, guys, we're going to be covering a bunch of news, so we need to really need to jump right into that. So let's do so. Now, Denelli,
Yeah.
you most certainly picked some interesting stories today,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not really sure. Okay, well, we'll just go with it like this. I'm going to start over here. Oh goodness, here we go. Share it with you so you guys can see it.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. I think Denelli's having an angry day. Go ahead.
exclusive 2 live-action Alien series are in the works, and Riley Scott is producing one at Hulu. Hulu seems to be producing a lot of shows
Yep.
today, and it's not surprising because Aliens under 20th Century Fox, which is going to Disney. So be prepared. Be prepared.
Well, it's kind of interesting, because in a way, I know Disney, owns the majority shareholder of this company,
Hmm.
and at first I was like, okay, they got the Disney streaming. What I expected them to do was to take Hulu and just rename it, you know. But they're actually not only are they not doing that, they're actually seem to be playing both platforms at the same time. It's an interesting concept. You had mentioned yesterday that possibly they're going to use Hulu for their more adult stuff and keep the Disney streaming
Right.
to the more Disney crowd. It's not what I
Correct.
expected, but I think it's cool actually. What do you think, John?
I don't know. I'm a little bit confused because Hulu seems to be pumping out quite a bit of new content,
Mm,
and I don't know. I mean, Hulu has always been in second or even third tier when it comes to these streaming services,
hmm
and it's almost like they were hoping for a buyout of some sort that didn't go through, so they're actually trying now to do this to become an actual competition for Netflix. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence about anything they're putting out because some of the stuff is straight up garbage, but some of this stuff is actually interesting.
Yeah.
So I really need to look a little bit more into it.
But
and
it
and
is
they're
interesting.
sweetening the pot with lowering the cost to $5.99 a month for the basic plan, which
Yeah.
includes commercials.
Yeah, they're up to something, and it
Yeah, and
might
who
be
knows how long
exclusive.
that's going to last, but yeah, they're definitely up to something.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, because they're playing both, and this is where all those mature animated shows we were talking about, which of course are going to be very woke and they probably go broke. And we have the Cry Man, Kevin Smith is doing Howard the Duck. But yeah, no, I'm very curious to see where this goes in the future, because I expected Disney to pull everything internal and just go full on Disney Plus, but they're not doing that. So interesting. But let's see here. We have Benedict Yate. He says, "Can I hop in?" Hmm, interesting. We usually go through my Twitters and stuff like that. But what do you think, Danelli? Want to take someone out of the crowd? We haven't done that in a long time.
I don't know. I
Are
think
you?
we have a procedure.
We do
We
have a
have a procedure
procedure.
for.
You're right. Last time we did it, it was crazy house. But
Mhm.
mhm, mhm. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Johnny?
I say we let them in.
I say we let him in too. You're outvoted, Danelli.
Yep, I'm upvoted.
Yeah. Okay. Don't be a crazy person, Benedict. We're not going to let you in, man. So, Denali, could you take care of could you take care of that? Or maybe I'd be easier. Benedict, go down and hit my Twitter down below and send me hello, and I will send you a link. And I'll pay attention to that. Okay. But all right. Anyway, that was a quick little a bit of news. Interesting. Let's move on to the next one here. Uh oh. Uh oh. Uh oh.
Kevin from movie book or from comicbooksmovie.com. Kevin Feige explained why Captain Marvel isn't wearing one of her skimpier costumes in the movie. And why would we want to see Brie Larson in one of those skimpier costumes? She doesn't have the figure for it.
Yeah.
But they were both happy. She said, I didn't want to wear it. And he said, cool, we weren't going to make you wear it. And now they're just speculating that the reason why they're bringing this up is because they're just going to blame us male fans. Oh, because we didn't wear these skimpy outfits.
Mhm.
That's why the movie's going to fail.
Which no one has said ever. I haven't heard anyone complaining about that. Not a single person, right? This is a controversy of their own creation, as usual. No one cares. No one is saying that. Actually, I like the new costume better. I don't necessarily like the person who's filling it out because she's not filling it out. But no, Benedict, just go to below this video. You're going to see our links and go to my Twitter link and send me a hello. And I will drop the Hangouts link to you and you come on in. You're going to need Chrome. Make sure you have Chrome installed. And then you can jump in here and we can say hi, dude. It's really that simple. Just hit the
That's
Twitter
why
link.
we asked for procedures,
We do have
Chester,
it. I know, I know, I know.
for
Uh,
this reason.
All right, fine. Nick
Yeah.
W says, Chester, have you guys read William Gibson's Alien 3 from Dark Horse Comics? Any good? No, I haven't. I've seen it, and I might do it with Brad on Pencil for Life with the new Comics Wednesday show. He was actually talking about possibly doing that. We almost did one this week, I think. But we'll see. I would like to check it out. George Peter Gets this is in here. He says, "Greetings all. I complained, I cared until Bree started talking. Sent. All right. So,
But
John,
yeah,
give us your insights into this. Into this.
The main thing that I was concerned about was in the new costume iteration was the hair, because I loved the hair, and then it became the pixie. I don't know what it's called. The undercut. I don't know what it's called. But I was never a fan of this costume. I don't like the black and gold. I never did, and I do think the new costume is better. But yeah, the costume isn't the issue. The
No,
costume. I mean, the issue is Brie Larson
it
yeah,
most certainly is.
and
If she just shut her
her
mouth, it'd
just
be fine.
unbridled hate towards men.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
And
I can't handle her.
she keeps saying, "I don't hate men." Well, then stop saying you do. I mean, you're giving us mixed signals here, lady. I mean, you know. But you know what I thought? I was talking to Denali. What I thought would be a cute wink idea as far as the costume goes, and I didn't even think about it till we looked at this article. To be honest with you, but I
hmm
thought it might be interesting if she's sitting at a pool in a one piece that kind of has this design, and she has to jump into action for a short little scene. I thought it might be a nice little wink wink to it. I mean, she can't fill
yeah,
out a bathing suit, but I'm just saying that would be cute. But didn't even think of it until you mentioned it. So,
yeah. She doesn't have the sense of humor to have the wink wink moment.
but they keep
And then
telling us that she is amazingly emotive. They've said so. Feige said it.
Yeah. And the thing is,
sure,
do you remember the action figure that came out as like a promo for? Let me screen share it real quick.
Oh,
It
okay.
was the action figure that came out, the action figure, the statue, this one here, and this was like, wow,
Hold on a
excited
second.
about this new
Don't drop
costume.
it quick. I have to come back over to the Hangouts. All right, there we go. Yeah, dude,
Hmm.
it's killer. I love this costume actually.
Yeah, this was great. And you're like, oh, this is going to be fantastic. And this would be fantastic if Brie Larson looked like this in the movie trailers, but she doesn't.
No, no, she doesn't. But I mean,
Yeah.
that is what it is. But like we've been saying all along, we're not going to sit here and harp on Brie Larson again like we usually do, because the simple fact of the matter is, if she just shut her mouth, no one would care. I mean, it's really that simple. Just we'd wait for the movie and see if it's any good. I mean, we've had some mediocre movies from Marvel before. I mean, we can handle it, but she just can't shut up. Anyway, hello, Benedict. How you doing, man? Benedict, is your mic working? It seems not to be. I see him in the Hangouts.
yeah,
You keep trying to get it going. Once again, I know Denali's going to chastise me again. This is why we have procedure, Chester. I know, dude. I'm sorry.
yes. So we don't have
Denali,
any.
Denali, you're being more disruptive.
Vailnit says, I absolutely love the 70s, 80s original costume with this fantastic, unique scarf cape. Yeah, no, it was cool. I have no problem with the original costume. I actually do prefer the new one, like John just showed us with that statue. It's cool. I like it. Um, you know, Joshua says the new costume should have the domino mask. Oh, okay. The one from Avengers EMH was the best suit. Oh, okay. Bill from Argos Creation says, I should be in there, but I am commuting home from work. Okay, well, better that maybe you should concentrate on driving rather than texting. I think it's illegal. Nick W says, she doesn't hate all men, just white men. Oh, that's true. You're right. You're right. So she maybe she's a jungle fever baby. That's what she is. George
I don't know. I'm
says,
sure if she met me, she would hate me. So I don't
oh,
know.
that's true. Yeah, yeah. But that's pretty easy to do, I think. George says, just like Luke Cage, season one. What? Okay. Perf says, Bree should be sitting next to a pool like Halle Berry in Swordfish. I don't know if we want that. But then again, we didn't want Halle Berry doing it either. She ain't got the parts. Nah, she doesn't. EJ Morg says, the statue's costume is not better than the original One Piece. Okay, cool. That's really personal preference. I'm good either way. But I think the point that we're trying to make is no one has said anything about the costume change. No, I haven't heard a single even mention about it. until they mention it. And Denali's right. They're going to turn this around. They're going to blame us for something, as usual. But next, we have this one. Go ahead, Denali.
Josh Brolin cast in Dune as Gurley Halleck, who was previously played in Davis Lynch Dune with Patrick Stewart. So, yay, Josh Brolin, Gurley
Yay.
Halleck. Let's see
But-
if we'll see some singing.
Oh, God, I hope not. But yeah,
Well,
Josh
he's
Brolin is
he's
the
a
hot
minstrel.
ticket.
Yeah, but Gurley Halleck is the minstrel. He sings.
Yeah, I get you, but I don't think that. I think this is going to be a drop dead serious story, dude. But it's kind of interesting to me because up here in the thing it says, and he's feuding with Dave Bautista again. Okay, but
Because
I
Dave
don't.
Bautista is playing Raban.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. It's interesting to me. I don't mind Josh Brolin. I mean, he's okay. Sometimes he's pretty good, actually. I just it's interesting. It's hard to place him as an action hero because he's kind of the Tom Cruise type. I mean, he might actually be shorter than Tom Cruise, if that's possible. He's such a little human, you know. It just well, it's hard, right? It's hard. It's like with Li Ling Chang, or I'm sorry, you guys call him Jet Li, right? Jet Li
Yeah,
is a wonderful moving guy.
Excuse me, excuse me. He goes by a different name
Well, his real
elsewhere.
name is Li Ling Chang.
yeah, yeah.
What?
Jet Li is
Lily
his
Chang.
moniker. Yeah.
I had no
Um,
Right.
idea.
Well, it means the son of the dragon or something like that. It's his real name too. But then again, Chinese have a lot of dragon something names, um, where the Japanese tend to prefer tiger for some reason. But anyways, especially seeing there's no tigers here. But then again, I guess there's no dragons either. Anyway, but Jet Li, a wonderfully good actor. You can see some of his solo work. He's a really good actor,
This
actually.
working?
Yeah, it is. We're starting to hear you now. And he's of course, well, his movement is insane, but it always throws you because he's so little. Whereas Jackie
Mhm.
Chan, who's a more comedic actor, he's a bigger, taller guy, and it sells better. You know what I mean? This is kind
But
of
I
the
don't
problem
think
with him.
that Jackie Chan is taller than Josh Brolin.
I think Jackie Chan is most certainly taller than Josh Brolin. Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now.
All right, you go for it, dude.
No, but
Anyway,
Josh Brolin certainly has that when he gets on the screen, he has that presence.
yeah,
Like when he
you're
was
right.
in
He
the
does.
Sin City Part 2.
Oh
God,
yeah,
like that was the perfect casting for this guy. His face, and he just commands the screen when he's on it.
you're right.
I couldn't take my eyes off him in Deadpool. Every time he showed up, I was enthralled.
And
I don't think he
Thanos, he
needs to
killed
have that.
that. Yeah, right. No,
Oh yeah,
I
and I don't
agree
think he has to
100%.
have that imposing posture to be a hero.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me catch up real quick. Make sure everything's up to snuff here. Chronos Chiron says, "You know why no one cares about Captain Who? Captain Who here and Doctor Who ought to get together." Oh, I see. Dave says, "I smell ice cream, dude. I wish I smelled ice cream." Nick W says, "He was great in both Sicario movies." Eric Boyd says, "Josh Brolin is 5'10". Tom Cruise is 5'7". I think that's a lie. Josh
Jackie
Brolin
Chan
is.
is 5'9". Brolin got Chan by 1 inch.
I don't believe Brolin is that tall, dude. I've seen him on screen. He's shorter than that. And Tom Cruise is about 5'4". In reality, he's not 5'7". It's another lie. They always lie about their height.
But
Um,
5'10" is not tall. Why would that be a lie?
because it's an average height. I'm telling you, he's not that tall. And we know Tom Cruise is 5'4". This 5'7" is an acknowledged lie for decades, dude. Jackie Chan is 5'9". He's pretty tall for an Asian. Jackie's very tall for an Asian. Joshua Hughes, Miss Marvel's black with gold lightning bolt one piece looked exactly like Storm's, but I'm not sure who had it first. Oh, interesting. Valenid says Jackie Chan, 5'8.5". All right, fine. Moving on though. I do like Josh Brolin, don't get me wrong. I like him. Ooh. Now I guess we gotta get into this now. Go ahead, Denali.
Yep. So from Bounty into Comics, they talk about how Peterson Manny during the live stream yesterday got squatted by an anonymous caller saying that he stabbed his girlfriend and was suicidal. And fortunately, nobody got hurt, but experiencing a SWAT team bust into our door personally, due to my former employment as with the state. I know how terrifying that can be, and so yeah. So basically, the last update that he had just recently on Twitter, he said they opened up an investigation. They are looking into it. He can no longer comment on this incident any longer, but he does thanks everybody for their well wishes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we all sent it to him too. Now, Benedict, you're here with us, and you have your mic working. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude. All right, so we're going to throw you right into the fire. You ready?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, well, you got to get it.
No,
together,
I'm
man.
ready. I'm ready.
All right, here you go.
As ready as I could be.
Read what Peter has to say here.
There's actually the co-founder.
The co-founder.
David.
So, okay, so it's just that quote. All right.
Yeah,
So
let me put it up here real quick so you can see. I'm sorry, I changed over to John there. Go ahead.
So we were just talking on the live stream when Peter heard banging. He excused himself and got up to answer the door. From what I heard, it sounded like 2 police officers entering the apartment. They asked where his girlfriend was and to show his hands. Peter was clearly shocked by this. The police asked who he was and he responded. After a little bit of that, the officers figured out that the call was bogus.
Okay, so it went smoothly. Luckily, he lives in a place where the cops just don't come in and start shooting things, which they probably never do anywhere, actually. Oh goodness, and continue.
Peter had no idea what was going on, neither did I. I was pretty confused. The cops said that they had gotten an anonymous call that Peter had stabbed his girlfriend and was suicidal. They said that Peter was probably being swatted. They asked if he had anyone that he thought would do this. He told them that he runs Alterna Comics publishing and lots of people that don't like, and has lots of people that don't like him.
Yes, unfortunately, this is true. All right, well, thank you very much, Benedict. Claps. Good job, man. Good job. Thanks for coming up and joining us. But yeah, because Peter himself, I haven't seen him make so much direct comment about it yet. It seems to be people around him that are commenting, and there's probably a reason for that, I'm sure. Yeah, I'll save my opinion for the last. Nelly, just give us what you think about this type of asinine behavior.
I mean, it's escalation basically. They're showing their cards or showing their true faces, that if they can beat us over the head with their politics and their righteousness, then they go with this underheaded and potentially dangerous tactic, which is squatting, because a couple people has died, because there are police officer who, once those guns are out, they're trained to shoot. There's no hesitation. The fact that Peter Samedi was lucky with these officers, just checking it out and, asking questions before shooting, then that was really fortunate. But from my understanding of one of their policy, if it was SWAT team, they would shoot, on that.
And here's another thing. I've actually been threatened before, and it was kind of the first time I've ever had my life threatened, and it kind of made me really paranoid. And so I always had my pistol next to my bed. And so like, if I was in that situation when like a police squad busted into my house, I probably wouldn't necessarily get down on the floor if I thought that it was someone actually coming in to kill me. And you would have that situation like what happened in Arizona, where the guy tried, they were breaking into the wrong house. They thought he was a drug dealer, and he ended up shooting like 2 of the SWAT guys. And he was, I'm not sure if he actually got charged for murder like in the end, but he got in all sorts of trouble for that.
Oh, of course, shooting cops is not necessarily a smart move. Mm-hmm.
Neither is breaking into the wrong guy's house.
True, but the cops have an advantage.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It is like I said, goes to show it is a very dangerous situation, because it could be anything. Even if you have the gun next to your bed and they don't necessarily open up when they knock and they bust in and they see a gun next to your bed, something dangerous could transpire. And Peter, in this situation and how he's been acting throughout this entirety of this Comicsgate scandal stuff is, I mean, his actions are beyond reproach. And for something like this to happen to him, I mean, it's unfortunate because again, if you open the door and let's say you have a bum leg and you're shuffling a little bit and it looks like you're holding up maybe your pajamas with one hand, you could get shot very easily.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate. And it's disgusting that somebody would do this knowing, just knowing that there's none of this is true, you know?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. These people who are doing this, and we know who they are, and I'm waiting for the flood of their hateful Twitters to start coming, because you know they will, because these people have no conscience, they have no honor, etc. We've seen it over and over and over again, and we know they're going to be saying horrible things about him in regards to this while they mockingly laugh at him. You know they will. All right.
Oh, of course, of
They
course.
probably already have. I just don't pay attention to Twitter. But here's the thing. Uh, they are making a huge mistake because they're hating on us for simply wanting better comic books. But Peter Samedi, and for all of us who know him, which is this entire community, is a very sweet, nice guy. He is that guy. He's not a jerk. He's very calm. He's just sweet, right? I'm not sweet at all, but Peter is, and we love
Correct.
him because of it, right? You are picking on him continuously, threatening his life. Now, you are making a mistake. He is a rallying point. He was when you guys did your nonsense the first time, and this is only going to make it more. This is not going to go away. You are making a huge mistake. What you're doing is solidifying the community against you. So good. So good on you. Thank you. Thank you for helping, because that's what
Yeah.
you've done.
And not only that, Peter, I mean, being the kind of person that he is and living the lifestyle that he lives, we can excuse sometimes when wanted and stuff because they chose that lifestyle. They chose to be in that sort of situation. This man did not.
No.
This is something that he shouldn't have to encounter in his life because he's made.
Yeah, no,
That's all.
it's nonsense. Yeah, and like I said, we don't know the exact person who did this, but we know who did this. We know the people behind this, and I'm going to be really interested over the next few days. I think I need to go pay attention to Ed when he's really good about covering this stuff. But I'm going to be interested to see the actual absolute toxicity that flows out in mocking him because of this event. It's I sent my well wishes to him. I suggest all you guys do the same. Don't expect a response back. You understand, Alternative Comics is run by Peter Samedi, and that's it. He is the whole company. He's had a really good 2018 was a good year for him because of the stuff they did. We all rallied behind him, and we bought a lot of his books. So he's doing really well, and it's good a good thing because Alternative Comics is with Peter here is doing things that are smart. He's trying to get in on newsstands again. He's trying to get it into the pharmacies. He's doing what comics used to do to try to build it back up, and we praise him for that alone. Just that, right? But just to send him your well wishes. Don't expect a response back. He's way flooded, and there's no way he's going to respond to everybody. He might try, but send him your well wishes. He's easy to find. Peter Samedi, Twitter, Peter Samedi, Facebook. Just send him a tweet and say, throw some of your love at him. Yeah, remind him that we are here. We've got his back. But it's just. This, I remember how many years ago was it the first time I heard about swatting? Ooh, it's been a while.
That was during the Gate Gamers time.
The Gamergate thing. And
Remember?
the same tactic,
Yeah.
right? Same tactic, right?
Right.
Coming out of the same type of
Right.
people, right? Because here's the thing. Even though you will have these progressives and even liberals love to throw around the warmonger concept toward the conservative people, if you take even the slightest moment to go studying history, you'll see that this is far from the truth. See, because conservatives are conservative. And making war on something that, unless it's the last option, is not what you do. The violence is always coming out of these assholes, always, historically, and it's always them that is causing this trouble. And it's man, this just got. Oh, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed, dude.
I actually have a friend on Facebook who does this, and he'll be passing along these pictures with like the guy's name and address because it says that he was hanging around a library with a gun or something like that, and there's no proof at all. They just pass it around to everyone that they know.
Yeah.
hoping that at some point he's going to get, either someone's going to, show up at his house to take him down, or going to start harassing him or make a call like that. And yeah, it just pisses me off.
Yeah,
That's
it
why I'm not
does.
even on Facebook anymore. Well, I'm on it, but I don't really do anything on it.
Yeah, no, it's this nonsense culture, but this once again we're getting into kind of the woes of the Western culture and what's going on with it. I mean, these social media, as useful as they have created this barrier between you and the person you're talking to, and it allows. It's just like with the trouble we had in America, or we still have in America with that drive-by shooting, but it was really bad during my time. And the thing is, you can take this absolute, you know, wet blanket of a dude that couldn't defend himself in a fight against anybody. You put a gun in get a gun in his hand, all of a sudden he's somebody, right? And I understand the analogy is a bit rough, but this internet social media stuff is similar. It's putting a gun in the hand of absolutely useless humans and allowing them to have power, and that's why the troll was born, right? And
Hmm.
let's move on to something more fun, shall we?
Please.
Yes,
How about toys? We were talking about toys earlier. Let's talk about toys again.
absolutely. McFarlane Toys and DC teams up. So in 2020, McFarlane Toys will be um, doing the new collectible toys for the DC comics. So remember when they restructured, got rid of DC collectibles? Well, here's the reason why they did that.
The
Because
deal with
McFarlane's going to
McFarlane.
step in.
Hmm.
Yep.
I don't know. What do you guys think about his toy line? I know we have the collectibles, we have hot toys, we have sideshow collectibles. Now these are very, very high end things, but McFarlane stuff is more of the action figure. But I always thought they were really good quality, although I've never bought one. What do you guys
Oh,
think?
I have two sitting next to me right now. I have the Akira and the Kaneda one.
Oh, I see.
But no, McFarlane toys to me have always been like the higher quality regular action figure. Not so much the statues of the hot toys and stuff like that, but I really dig the McFarlane toys.
Well, I think Hot Toys also makes his action figures as well. I might be wrong though. But Benedict, what do you think? You are a McFarlane Toys fan?
I'm a little bit too old to be playing with dolls.
Yeah, me too. I don't really have them,
That's-
but
What
they're
the hell
more.
with you guys?
Which, but see, the thing is, though, I would actually one of the things I'm planning to do here, probably in about a decade. I've already actually got a lot of the plans built for it. For my retirement, I'm going to build a live house in the nearby city, and one of the things I'm going to do with that is I'm going to decorate that with kind of sideshow collectibles and things like that. So I am going to be purchasing those kind of things in the future.
Denali, do you know whether or not these McFarlane is going to be replacing just the action figures that you would find in like Kmart or Target and Walmart and things like that, or are they actually going to be exclusively going through McFarlane toys?
They're doing the 6 to 12 inches models.
Oh,
So,
I think
Those
that's fantastic.
those are
yeah.
huge, dude.
Yeah.
12 a 1 foot tall action figure. That's going back to like GI Joe days, man.
Yeah. So they're going to do those. I think it's going to be those really collectible types, not the Walmart, small inch, figures that is on Walmart. Because as you see, recently those toys are those shelves has been decreasing a lot.
Yeah,
And
because
rest in peace, Toys R Us.
it's burdensome stock is why. Press
Right.
Comics says Diamond Select Toys is buying Gentle Giant. Really? That's interesting. Um, EJ Morg says, I think that both social media platforms are what you make of it. Oh, that's true. That is true. You can enjoy them, and I use them in that way. But you know what we're saying. Chronos Chiron says they got the last few that did it. So unless you're using special proxies, you will get caught. Now, hopefully they catch them. I hope so. EJ Morg says McFarlane Toys in DC is something that I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, I think it's cool. Booster Kiwi, who is having a sad day because he was a bad lazy boy again. The only dolls I play with are limited edition Bias Bear and Booster Boy from the Fan Speak show. Yeah, that's true. Those are good ones. And did you guys know that the Booster Boy actually comes with its own little teeny bottle of oil? It's really cool. You guys should check it out.
I don't think that's cool. That's disgusting.
Awesome.
Moving on.
Moving on. Let me see here. Oh yeah, okay. Let's talk about this one because I actually think this is cool. Go ahead, Janelle.
No, it isn't cool because it's still with bad reboot. I mean, robot. Star Trek, CBS, and Nickelodeon developed an animated series for younger viewers on Nickelodeon. It's still going to be produced by bad robots, and it's going to be, a comedy aimed for younger kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, because obviously the adults are not taking in the vision of bad robots canon for
That's
obvious
true.
reasons.
Yeah, but I just thought it was cool that a Star Trek animated series is coming back. And to be honest with you, my children really like the Troll Hunters. They enjoyed that show. It's the same creators, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I just thought it was cool they're bringing it back. Yeah, it's this stupid Kelvin timeline, but the thing is, a lot of people give JJ and them a hard time for it, and of course the get woke go broke stuff is their fault for sure. But you do have to understand that the rights surrounding Star Trek are absolute mess, right? And they had to change everything in a little bit. It had literally in the clause in the contract is it must be 25% different than the original Star Trek. And that's why a lot of those things happened was because they were under contract and restricted in doing so. So I don't blame them
Right.
for the different look and the different story stuff. I get that. It's really the get woke go broke stuff that is, the SGW stuff that's the problem. And
But
boy, did they go deep.
But here's the thing: is that CBS actually holds the right. Paramount doesn't hold the right.
I
They're
know.
the one who had to pay CBS for the rights or licensing that had that condition of 25% difference. So, but Bad Robot has an agreement with Paramount to do that
Right.
thing. That's why they're doing it, and that's why you can tell if it's CBS original and Bad Robots timeline, because if Bad Robot can make money off of it, then it's the license agreement. If CBS makes money off of it, that's the original Star Trek. Meaning, even with the Romulan and the reboot Star Trek movie with Prime Spock, that's all Bad Robots timeline. There's no Prime timeline. Prime thing, that's just to obfuscate.
It is.
Basically,
It's complete bull. Yeah.
yeah. So, like the Picard, it's going to be on the Prime timeline. No, it's going to be the Bad Robots Prime timeline.
Yeah.
Because they can't make any money. Yeah.
It's a hot mess. It is a hot mess. I agree. But I can be hopeful, can I, Denelli? Just a little hope. Okay, maybe.
Sorry, I'm here to squash it down.
Thank you.
Abandon hope.
Any opinion on animated series for Star Trek here, Benedict?
Not particularly. Honestly, the only show that I've really followed was The Expanse.
Oh yeah, yeah, I like that. Actually, that wasn't bad. It had a bit of nonsense in it too, but it wasn't so bad. I think we kind of have to accept there's going to be some bit of nonsense in everything these days. But yeah, I like The Expanse. Did you like that, John? Did you check it out?
I didn't know. I'm not too big on anything other than the Next Generation. I don't have any interest in.
I see. So you're the Next Generation only with Captain Picard, who is certainly the most captainy of the captains, and his absolutely ridiculously stupid number one. You like that?
I love it as number one. Get out of here, Chester.
Hated
The robot.
hated that character, dude. I was like, why is he here? I liked pretty much everything else about the Next Generation, but I could not stand
because the
Frakes,
number
man.
one. Because number one was supposed to be the main character.
Yeah, but he was awful. It was awful. I hated that.
Right. That's why they focus on Patrick Stewart, who was a better actor
Oh,
and a
much
better
better.
storyline, and was much better. But the first season, it was all Riker, babyface Riker, and then he had to grow a beard.
No,
That's
the goatee on Commander Riker is it. That's the thing. When I watched the show, I never thought that I never seen him as a babyface until the show came out on like Netflix or something. I had never seen that original first season. So,
Oh, I see. I see.
that being said, I like Riker. I can't
That's
get
cool.
enough of him.
A lot
And
of
I love
people
his
do. Yeah.
But if you notice the similarities of STD, you have number one. They're focused on number one, and they're saying this is the first time that somebody besides the captain is going to be the main character.
Yeah. Why?
And it's not true because they tried it with Next Generation and it didn't work, and they went back to the formula that did work.
Yeah, if you wanted to be somebody other than the captain to be the main character, well, just take that person and make him the captain.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Okay, let me ask the eternal question because it needs to be asked. Who is your favorite captain? Benedict?
I guess I haven't seen a whole lot, so I guess Kirk from the old '60s
Classic.
series.
Safe answer. Yeah, cool.
I hadn't seen a whole lot.
I see. That's all right. How about you, Janelli?
Cisco.
Interesting. I think I already know John's answer. Go ahead, John.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard. Actually, my answer would probably be hated by everybody, but my favorite is Archer. I love that. I love that Enterprise TV show, and I was really sad when it ended. I thought that was
Oh boy.
You talking about Bakula?
Yeah,
exactly.
Scott
Yeah.
Bakula.
He is my favorite
Oh,
captain.
man, I wish they bring back Quantum Leap.
That was a good show, but I much prefer to Enterprise. I like that show quite a bit. I really was surprising to me that it got so much angst, and I think it just maybe what Star Trek was kind of out of its place at that time. Because if you had, say, Bakula and his crew at an earlier period, or maybe now, it might do better. But I don't know. I really loved Archer. I thought he was thoughtful and yet action oriented. I think, in my opinion, he was a good mix between Picard and Kirk. He's like squat in the middle.
I think the problem is that most fans wanted to go forward in time.
Oh yeah.
And they decided to go back in time. And that's what the main hang-up was.
Yeah.
We don't want to see it closer to our time. We want to see the future. Show us the future.
Yeah, no, I get that. I do get that. Yeah.
No, and I do believe that when they were promoting the show, they openly said this guy is going to be a mix between Picard and.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Well, they succeeded then. And I like Cisco too. Actually, I like the Deep Space Nine quite a bit. How many seasons did that get? It went quite a while. Went longer than Enterprise.
About 10 seasons, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I like Cisco a lot too. Of course, no one is mentioning Janeway. Oh, it's so sad. So sad. Poor Janeway. It wasn't a bad series. Did you guys like Voyager at all, or you just kind of avoided it?
I mean, I watched it throughout. It just got really. The writers weren't into Voyager by like the last couple of seasons. They were like, ugh. I'm like saying, if you're not into it, just end the season. Just end the series, which they finally did to a lackluster conclusion.
I do have a question though. I watched the STD's like pilot, the 2-part pilot thing, and they killed the captain in that and left us with that silly Michael character, which doesn't make any sense. Who is the actual captain in STD?
That was before they killed him off. Was Jason Isaac?
Yeah, but who is it now?
It's actually her.
She's the captain. They promoted.
Yeah.
They promoted a villainous person to cause the death of everybody and started a war. Yeah. Okay, it makes sense.
Yeah. So now, but right now it's, she's demoted again to number one, in now Christopher Pike is captain.
Oh, I see. They're trying to They're trying to right the ship. Yeah. No, it's dead.
Yeah.
No, please don't make Michael Burnham captain. It looks like they already did. Let's see here. Chronos Kyber says, "When should I stop yelling at Booster? Don't stop. Continue forever." Dave says that Quantum Leap was beyond excellent. Remember the episode where Sam leaped into a chimpanzee? No, I don't, but I did see many of those episodes. Valen says, "IMHO Star Trek." In my honest opinion, I guess, Star Trek Voyager really slowly bored the audience to death. So small pool for Enterprise. Chronos Kyber says, like all captains and Archer, wasn't bad. He started to grow by the third season. Yeah, I agree. Eric, ooh, hello, Eric. He says, I liked Voyager. Yeah, I thought it was fine. Chrono says, they ran out of story, and the proof was the lawsuit about Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5. I like that Babylon 5 a lot too. That's another show that took time to get together, huh? It took time for
Yeah.
that to grow, but eventually that was a killer show, man. Um, which they said, Elise said. Perth Comics says, "Yep, I always want to see stories set perpetually in the future. Perpetual prequels kind of suck." Okay. Eric comes in. He says, "I agree that it did seem to die off though. It ain't funny that they are being sued again for stealing ideas. Yeah, no, STD is being sued again. You're right." Eric is, oh, sorry, we have Jimmy Ortiz in here. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? Valen says, now it is Pike. We'll see. I'm not going to watch it, though. I trust all my reviews with STD from Red Letter Media, and they hate that show. Press Comics, Pike is current captain of STD. Okay, they can't save that show. That is such a absolute mess. I don't know what they're doing. Let me just get real quick catch up here. Let me see. Press Comics, they're talking to each other. Chrono says, actually, the Shire show was already written. Proof was lawsuits genuine. Genuine, I would assume. It was that well planned. Meaning they knew they were going to get sued and they went for it anyway. Okay. All right, anyway, I know we're talking about doing a Michelle Yeoh spinoff, and I was kind of surprised when I watched the pilot. I was like, yeah, okay, Michelle Yeoh's a really good actress. Let's see what she can do. And then they threw this Michael character, which still doesn't make any sense to me. Why is a girl being called Michael? Obviously, we pronounce that Michelle. What do you do? I don't get it. And and what's the damn Vulcan connection? What? Spock
She
doesn't
can
have a
be a
sister.
lady who identifies as a that identifies with a male name, even though she's still a lady. And
No, she can't.
the more confusing it is, the better.
Yes.
I see. No, it's stupid. It's stupid.
Mixed
Moving on. Moving on.
Well, no,
Mixed messages. That's the millennial way.
Moving on.
no, not moving on because this is in particular is one that's important because it's not maybe it's not important, but is easy to explain. Michael and Michelle are simply the male and female pronunciations of the name. It's not like they went with some name like Luke or Buck, right? They went with Michael Michelle. It is a name that we literally pronounce different based on the gender. It's stupid.
Well, you can thank the showrunners for that, who decided to call it Michael.
It's stupid. Moving on.
Moving on.
Let's see.
I like
here.
that little grumble at the end.
Now this is interesting. I don't know if I want this at all, but hey, go ahead, Janelli.
From the Hollywood Reporter, Breaking Bad movie is a sequel starring Aaron Paul, Jesse, and will air on AMC and Netflix. So Netflix will have the first pass for the movie, and then it will air afterwards on the AMC.
Do we need this? I don't
I don't
know. My wife and I.
No, we
watched
definitely
Breaking
don't
Bad.
need it. And as the show ended, you kind of got the impression that Jesse was going to be doing his own thing and kind of leaving that stuff behind. So, I mean, just the premise of bringing it back, you have to fight uphill against the people that are going to be saying you're ruining the whole ending of the show,
Well,
which I thought was a pretty good ending.
right.
Yeah,
What
I thought so too.
the premise of this movie is him trying to escape this life and seeing if he succeeds or not.
He
Because
kind of did that at the very last episode.
no, he was running away and the cops were coming.
Yeah, no, I agree with John. I have the feeling that
Yeah.
he was done with that life. Yeah. He'd finally learned his lesson because the thing with that character was he was an absolute idiot the entire show who just couldn't learn. He was just the standard kid who just keeps touching the fire every time he gets burned, but he does it again anyway. That's what that character was, right? And at the very, very end, it felt the way they portrayed it was he learned his lesson and he'd finally grown up and become a man, you know.
Right.
So I don't know. I thought the season was the show was fine. It had a beginning, middle, and an end. Awesome. I don't know why we need this, but hey, I suppose they're just trying
Maybe,
to make money.
or maybe it'll lead up to another crossover with Better Call Saul.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, my wife likes that a lot. I'm so on that, but my wife loves that show.
I
Let
saw
me
the
see.
first 5 or 6 episodes. I love that.
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. We'll see what they do. I don't have really an opinion on it, I guess. But Chrono says Starbuck as a woman, it's the way they do stuff. Now, to be fair though, changing Starbuck, I was stupid, and I was like, why are you doing this? But that actress, she pulled it off. She did a really good job, and I was only angry about it for like half a second because I was like, why are you doing that? Then I saw her, and I was like, okay, cool because she played that well, which is one of the problems I have with a lot of them pushing females into action situations because those actresses don't pull it off. It's unbelievable. I don't believe for a minute that this person's kicking anyone's butt. But that lady, I can't think of her name offhand. She sold that well, man. She was perfect for that role, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've noticed that with a lot of martial arts movies.
Oh, it's
Um,
sad, dude.
yeah,
It's literally paper
Katie.
tigers.
Yeah, it's
one of the one,
Katie's sack off.
one of
Yeah.
the best like lady on lady fight scenes that I saw was actually on this like amateur YouTube YouTube channel called Sawyer Stunts. I
Hmm.
mean, they made it like actually really high impact, a lot of energy. They actually looked like they were trying to kill each other, and that's something that I don't see a whole lot in like most movies. I don't feel like the director pushes them hard enough in
No,
most movies.
it's true, and it's the thing is, there's no problem with it. You can do it, just do it, right? And that's the
Yeah,
problem. And these days, when you go look at your TV and movies, everything has a female lead now, right? I mean, literally, you look at the percentages; it's way out of balance, way out of balance. And if they were all ultra awesome, I don't think there'd be much complaint. But they're not. They're just not. Yeah, but it is what it is. We'll get through this. Things are cycles as usual. But yeah, I get Breaking Bad. We'll see. Let me see. Let's we got a couple more stories, but let's go over here though. And let's finish up with this. Now, of course, as you guys know, Indycron is a sponsor of Fanspeak, and Pixel Trader has been an amazing help here. We're always happy with all the things he does, and of course, Indycron here is really coming along. It's very, very cool. We have all the upcoming stuff, and oh, what's this? Oh, what's this one here? Oh, goodness gracious! Oh, Tales from Beyond the Gate. And actually, John, when we put this page together here for this, I'm glad we used this cover, dude, because when we had the reveal of their actual cover, it's going to be awesome. Now, I'm assuming after launch we are going to change this picture, though. What's the plan on that, John? John, did
He's
I lose you?
muted. He's speechless.
He's
He's
speechless.
speech.
He's
Yeah.
muted.
I apologize. I didn't realize I was muted. I was talking the whole time.
Well, go ahead and talk
But
again.
no, yeah, we are. This is going to be changed the day after we launch.
Mhm. But I'm actually glad
Yeah.
we went with this cover, and then the other one transpired. I'm really happy. Actually, I think it's gonna be cool because this is a cool cover. But when you guys see the actual cover, oh my, it is going to blow your mind. It is so killer. It is so
Oh no,
good.
I put that up today. I put that up today on Twitter.
Oh, you did. Oh, you showed it already. What are you doing, man?
What am I
Okay.
doing?
No, that's right. No, that's probably a good idea.
I'm drumming up interest, is what I'm
That's
doing.
true. That's true. It is a killer cover, and we thank, of course, a lot of people had hands in that, but that is generally thanks to Model 3 and Willie Reed. Really, really
Hmm.
good cover there. And yeah, of course, our campaign is starting tomorrow, Johnny. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm already ready.
Ready,
I'm
ready,
ready for
ready.
started right now.
Yeah, well, no, that's all right. Be patient. But yeah, no, of course, Tales from Beyond the Gate, which many of the Fanspeak people, of course, are involved with. But a lot of people are involved with because what do we got? 18 stories already? 18 stories, people. are in this
Mhm.
anthology, right? This is a huge book, and we have people from all across the community. And what I want to do right here, and I'm going to be talking about this on and on, is that we have so many creators from across this community involved already, but this is what I want to do. I want to give a shout out to everybody. If you are an artist in this community, I don't care what your level is. I don't. You could be an absolute raw beginner like Booster to a high-end pro. I don't care what your level is. Submit art to us, and we're going to create one of our stretch goals. We're going to have a scrapbook. I don't know what we're going to title it, but it's a scrapbook, and it's going to have sketches from all the books, all the stories that are in the book, of course. But we also want to have a section on art from the community, and we want to get art from everybody. Just submit it, send it in. Well, I don't care what your level is, send it in. We want this to represent the community because this is the first project where it is, we'll go ahead and use that word Comicsgate, which we tend not to use over here, but Comicsgate and its complete umbrella of everything that falls under Comicsgate. This is the first one that is a joint effort from this community. That's what this book is, and of course, John here is helming it, and it's really cool. It's very exciting, and we want as many people to be involved as possible. So please submit art. You can use the links down below. You can go to John Diller. You can go to anybody that's on the book. There's a ton of people on this book, right? And
Mhm.
send us those links. Send us your art, man, and we will put this in the book. We will.
Yeah,
And
especially because this is a book for the community, and this is again like the very first big collaboration with all these Comicsgate people and of the community. The whole for us by us thing, and it is. I mean, it's going to be a fantastic book, and we have, I think, 23 different creators and 18 or 19 different stories. I mean, it's
that's
it's
right.
it's already working out to be a pretty hefty.
It is, and we are gonna have stretch goals for further stories as well.
Hmm.
So the book could even get bigger, and of course with the sketchbook, it's even thicker. I don't know if we're going to do that as a separate book or we're not sure how we're going to do that yet. But yeah, this is a substantial project, and we're getting submissions all the time. I mean, we're constantly adding people. I just got submission from Gary Shipman today. I mean, Gary Shipman is going to be in this book, right? The amazing
Hmm.
art of Gary. And there's just so much stuff that's coming in, and we want more. We want all of it. I'm serious. Even if you're not an artist, just go ahead and draw something. If you're part of this community, just draw something anyway, and we'll find a spot on the page for you. I mean, seriously. Start getting those things in. It's really easy to do this through Fanspeak because our links are very clear with the Facebook or the Twitter. But anybody that's involved in Fanspeak, you throw it over to them, they'll get it to us. We have a very organized Discord for all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much, Denali. He
Hmm.
is that dude. And so we please get it over, and we will use that. But I don't know, John. You have some other stuff you want to add about that?
I don't. I just want to make sure that everybody knows about it because this thing, when it opens up tomorrow, I mean, I'm going to be the entire day. I'm going to be just everywhere and anywhere I can be on YouTube. So I just want to make sure that if you do have any questions, how to order, questions about perks and things like that, feel free to message me on Twitter. I will do my best to answer any and all questions.
There you go.
I'm going to
And
be running a little
anybody that
ragged. I'll be everywhere and anywhere. So it might take me a little bit of time to get back to you, but I will get back to you.
Yeah, and anybody involved in the project will do the same. Either they'll answer it themselves or they'll direct you to one of us who will. So we really want this to be a community project. It already is, but we want it to be more so. And of course, tomorrow, as I mentioned earlier, the fan edition of Drone and Quarter, we're going to be having a special Tales from Beyond the Gate, where all the artists involved in that are come on and going to do pin-up cheesecake for the book because this is a horror book, so we don't really have a lot of cheesecake in it, right? It's a horror, but we do want to have some pretty girls for the sketchbook and possibly even tears. I think we'll see how that goes. But definitely join us for that. You can check it out, and we're going to be really pushing over the next week and being on as many channels as we can. And of course, over the next month or so, we're going to be talking about this book here on Fanspeak ourselves. Of course, we'll talk about it, but we're not going to overdo it because we do cover multiple things here. This is not just the Tales from Beyond the Gate page, but we of course will continue mentioning it. But we're really excited. We hope you guys are excited. We want to see you get involved. And I see that Joshua has another sock puppet, yet another one. Joshua, Woman Joshua. Goodness gracious. Um, but I just wanted to kind of do a quick review, look at some of the things that are currently on IndieCron, but understand that tomorrow there's a bunch of stuff launching, which is cool. We talked to the McGee there from The Good Night. That was cool. We got
Mhm.
these Night Stalkers, Gary Shipman's sketchbook. He's his second extended is making some money. Nice. We got Swarm. Um, we have the Tribulation Force. That's interesting. Good Land. We talked to that guy a little bit. That was cool. Wes. Yeah, there's a lot of things, and this is going to start blowing up. We're going to be getting all kind of projects coming up. Just look at the stuff coming up here, right? Look at all these projects that are coming, right? And there's more actually. There's Mike's Atomic Family, which looks really cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and
Well,
this actually this IndieCron submissions here. This upcoming this is vastly different than what it was this time, or not this time, but last iteration, the first go around. I mean, this stuff is just bumped up in quality. All of these books look really good.
it's true. Yeah. No, Pixel's doing a great job. And of course, Pixel's actually part of our project as well, guys. He's doing a story, and it's called Rabbit, and you guys will see that. So yeah, this is a community-wide project, and there's a lot of people involved, and it's really really exciting, and I'm glad to be part of it. And of course, Denelli, he was part of it too. He wrote a story too, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
You certainly did. And yeah, and remember, all these creators are people that are on, a lot of them are on YouTube. A lot of them are very accessible. So if you have any questions, just hit them up.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the thing we love about this is this real tight knit community and the reach that it has. I mean, that's the whole point of Comicsgate is getting to know the creators and having interaction with them. So feel free to hit up any of these creators with questions.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. And woman Joshua wants to know, will the book be dedicated to the sexy Dr. Rick? It might be. It might possibly be. It's potential, right? We got Todd coming in literally the last second. How you doing, dude?
Oh, I'm good. I came in because I thought you guys were already off there.
Oh no, we're about to get off here. I know how you don't like to talk to the peoples. I apologize, peoples. I
Yesterday,
love
everyone ignored me. I was in here and you guys didn't even come to me.
that's not true.
Oh my god.
That's not true. I come to you all the time, Mr. Complainer, and you can't deny it because one, I have video proof, and two, I have a very good memory, Todd. I don't know if you've noticed that. But anyway, guys, thank you very much.
Yeah.
But we're going to, of course, do as we usually do. We're going to finish up here today. We do have John and Todd in here though. So why don't you guys go ahead and give your contact information? Why don't we start with John?
All right. Well, I'm John. You can find me on my YouTube channel called John Dillard Gaming the System. And there on that channel, I do live draws and hangouts and tutorials. And you can also go there and get information on this Tales from Beyond the Gate Indiegogo campaign. I hope to see you all there.
Cool. And Todd?
You can find me at Ignition Tuned In on occasion. I don't do much there, but there'll be some stuff there eventually. I'm real busy because we're doing this thing. Yeah, the Tales Beyond the Gate is about to launch tomorrow, and we got a lot of other things that are going on, and we want to get on a lot of different shows and certainly promote this as much as we can every day. So you'll see me, you'll hear me, and we definitely hope that everyone is interested in this book and that you can't wait to get it because it's going to be huge, volume-wise, and it's got some great talent in it. And I just been lettering Kat's story, and she's one hell of an artist. So, and if you're not familiar who Kat is, we'll make sure we introduce her to everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And she really wants to meet Doug to Naples, so we're going to have DeWolf take her over there and say hello to him. But so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, so because getting Kat involved in promotion would be cool too. And we're looking forward to that. But she is a really good artist, and we have a lot of good artists on this project. Thank you very much, Todd. Did you give your link?
Oh, at Maroney Todd on Twitter.
There we go, at Mulrooney Todd on Twitter. And of course, we were joined by another one of us, the fans that we are, Benedict. Hey, Benedict, do you have any kind of contact information you'd like to give out?
Well, I mean, I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't actually put up any content on it. I'm trying to think of some kind of a program that I can start doing, but as of yet, I have nothing.
So you're telling me you're Booster 2.0 because you want to have many subs without any content. Is that your goal?
No, I prefer not to have any subscribers until I have content.
So you're actually responsible, unlike the Booster. I get it.
I'm an artist. I'd prefer to have actual material out.
Oh, sweet. Well, seeing as you're an artist, dude, submit some art to us so we can put in the book, man.
All right, I 90% will. I technically I have a lot of things going on right now. I volunteered for like way too many things before I even knew what I was doing. But I'm definitely going to. I draw almost every single day, so I'm going to try to put together something good.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. And once again, I reiterate, please, everybody, send us art. We want to put this in the book, and we'll share it too. Because during this project, the page that starts is going to grow during the project, right? We're going to put more art. We're going to show more things. We're going to constantly be interacting with the community over the next 30 days about this project, and I hope everyone's enjoying it and going to have fun with it. So cool. But as usual, guys, we are going to leave you with the wonderful wisdom of the Denali Lama.
Well, thank you guys for joining on Comic Suit today. In an hour from now, or a little less than an hour, it's going to be the Drawn and Quarter Pro Editions at Mike Miller's channel. Tomorrow, as Chester said, we're going to do the fan edition here on this channel, and we're going to be promoting the book as well. So, coming in March, get Blood Realms from Alternate Comics.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because, as we promised, we have delivered. So check that book out.
Yeah, no, it's got the advertisement in there, which our very own Todd here put together. Thank you very much, sir. Taking the winners with John Dillard and the other winner for the logo which we've been using, which is very awesome. And Todd put that together in a package for the alternative full page advertisement, which is very cool. Thank you very much, Todd.
Oh, no problem. That was actually fun.
Yeah, I think so. I think hopefully people like it. Blood Realms. That's Blood Realms from Alterna. We're going to be in that comic. It's exciting.
Yep, for that March release. Excellent. But as always, your perception shapes your reality, so always make it a good one.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Yeah. Later, guys.
Bye.
See y'all later.